Hello, and welcome to the walkthrough for the Daily Telegraph prize crossword from Saturday, the 6th of Feb, number 29,592. I think we'll start with the down ones today. One down, devalue, revolutionary article and writer. So, revolutionary could be Che Guevara, article is a writer is a pen, stick it together, we get cheapen, which means to devalue. And then we can move on to two down, a European with Times sat in the open. So European is E, times is the symbol for a time sign, multiply. And then if you posed, you could have sat, as the model would. Stick that together and we get exposed. Three down, vagrant male caught by snare. M for male going in trap, which is a snare, gives us tramp for a vagrant. And four down, foreign girls in flawed assertion. It's going to be an anagram of assertion, flawed, and it's going to be senoritas for foreign girls. And then five down, sailor on board performs exceptionally. So a sailor is a tar. A ship can be the SS, can't it? Steamship or whatever. Tar going in. If somebody stars, they perform exceptionally. Six down, two-thirds of men opposing meeting. So two-thirds of men, it could be ME, but it's not actually in this case. It's the last two-thirds, it's EN. And then if you're opposing, you can counter an argument maybe. So stick that together, we get encounter for a meeting. Seven down, end up in stitches here. Well, it's after an operation, you'd get stitched up, wouldn't you? And that would happen in theatre. So I think that's seven down. And eight down, once again, arranges holiday location. If you arrange something, you might sort it. If you do it again, you might resort something. And resorts are holiday locations. 14 down, cycling, climb a little hill in endless series of steps. So a little hill could be a tour. And a word for climb, you could say you scale something. And if you're cycling, I think this is going to mean putting the E from the back to the start, and that gives us escalator for an endless series of steps. 16 down, Alsatians mauled attacker. So mauled, it's an anagram of Alsatians, meaning an attacker, and it's going to be assailant. And 17 down, amused, moment was among the first. So a moment, give us a tick to do something, is a moment. A tick is a way of saying moment. And amongst the first, maybe you led. Stick it together, we get tickled for amused. 18 down, having an untidy outline. Steep initially, so S for steep initially. And then full of rocks, you could say landscape's craggy. And stick that together, we get scraggy, which untidy in appearance. 20 down, around capital, cold. So C for cold, extremely tense is the end letters T and E. And that's going to go around the capital, and the capital is going to be Lima in this case, which gives us climate for an atmosphere. Climate of fear, atmosphere. 21 down, to meet requirements, announce hedging possibly fits. So, and if you announce something, you might say it. And hedges go around the edge, don't they? So we have a word going in, which is an anagram of fits. And that's going to give us satisfy, to meet requirements. 23 down, criticism from harbours on the rise. Well, harbours are ports, aren't they? And rising, going the other way, that gives us strop. In a strop, I mean, it's not the best clue, that, but I think it is going to be strop for criticism. And then the last one down, 24 down, racket made by single piercing hooter. Well, your hooter is your nose. And a single one going in gives us a noise for a racket. Okay, let's get on with the ones across. Should be quite easy now. One across, design strong boxes to carry drugs. Well, strong boxes could be crates, and the drug could be ecstasy or E going in to carry. Gives us creates for designs. Five across, clear around sides of lightweight. Sides of lightweight, the end letters is L and T. Screening structure. Clear is sheer. Clear stockings, sheer stockings. So L and T going in gives us shelter. 9 across, account for former partner is your ex, and without addition, something is plain. And then 10 across, people used to pull in strings. Well, looking at the letters we've got in, this is going to be archers. They pull their bowstrings. 11 across, authorisations of dad's frolics. Well, that's going to be pars, sports, and we stick that together to make passports. And then 12 across, absolute state. Utter failure is an absolute failure, and if you state something, you might utter it. 13 across, jog, naked. If you're naked, you're nude. Good to go inside. So G going in. If you jog somebody, you might nudge them. 15 across, cunningly resist rat. So an anagram of resist rat, it's going to be traitorous. 17 across, precedence of good person about to be omitted by guys. So if you guys somebody, you might tease them. And ST is a good person saying, and C is circa about. So that gives us test cases. Overstrains joints. Rack of lamb is a joint, and if you rack somebody, you might overstrain it. Some decor coral, deep orange pink. That's going to be coral. It's in the words. 23 across. Researcher say. It's going to be scientist. It's going to be one going in sense if you're on the trail, and then is, and then right at last. So it's the last letter of right. Gives us scientist for a researcher. 25 across. Put another way. The girl. So that's going to be an anagram of the girl. More cheerful, lighter. And 26 across. Beasts. Harshly censure. You might slam somebody. And if somebody's fashionable, they are in. A for adult. In review, so you stick all that down, and it's going in the other direction, and it's going to give us animals for beasts. 27 across, party-eyed organised for excursion, anagram of party-eyed, going to be a day trip. And then 28 across, a bit of an odd one this, roughly 3 billion yen, about that amount. So roughly 3, anagram of 3, B for billion, and Y for yen. It must be the only word that I can think fits is thereby. Does that mean that amount? Well, if something amounts to something, so thereby happening. I think that's a really poorly parsed clue there, but I think it is going to be correct. So we'll call it a day there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.